Welcome to today's class. Welcome to Fidel Science Academy. Today we are going to look at acid and anhydride. So acid and anhydride, at this point we are looking at when metal oxide, we have metal oxide or metallic oxide like SO3, CO2, nitrogen 2 pentaoxide. So some of when this compound, as I mentioned, dissolves in water, what they form an acid. So for instance, we have water, H2O, there's SO4, SO3. When they dissolve in water, we have acid, which is H2SO4. So this is a typical example of acid anhydride. Also, acid anhydride, some organic acid also exhibit this character. One of the organic acid that exhibit this character is ethanoic acid. So ethanoic acid, it exhibits this character by dehydration. The chemical reaction that takes place is dehydration. Dehydration in the sense that it lost H2O out of the molecules of the ethanol, the ethanoic acid. For example, we have our arrow, which is the then we also have OH here. So this is an ethanoic acid. Then we have another ethanoic acid, which is arrow, OH. This is a methyl group. So when this and this react together, if this react together by a means of dehydration, which we now have arrow, C, double bond of oxygen, and O. Then this other one, we lost one of this, and we lost this out. So at this point, we're having oxygen, and C, then our methyl group. So at this point, we are saying that then the dehydrating part, which is the water, removal of water molecules. So we are saying that when these two ethanoic acid react together under a dehydration process, they form an acid anhydride, which is anhydric acetic acid. Anhydric acetic acid. So we are saying that this compound or this type of anhydride can also exhibit by both organic acid and also metallic oxide, as I earlier mentioned. So we are saying that also, if you look at, let's look at some examples under some examples in inorganic. In inorganic, we are saying that, like I mentioned before, we have CO2 plus water. This will give us nitric acid. Then if we have another compound like, as I think I've mentioned this before, dinitric pentaoxide plus water, we also have nitric acid. Then the next one, I've also mentioned that if we have SO3 plus water. This will give us tetraoxo sulfate 6 acid. These are an aqueous. They are an aqueous of it. So what we are saying that all these, when they dissolve in water, they form an acid. And the root cause of this, when we are talking about some of this environmental impact, one of the environmental impact of this compound is that it causes acid rain. So we cannot discuss anhydride without talking about acid rain. So because in the atmosphere we have most of these compounds that are already in the atmosphere due to oil explorations and other mining activities that take place in the environment. So this causes an acid rain. Then also we also have, doesn't mean that there is no useful impact of anhydride, like the uses of anhydride. Acid anhydride.
Check on top of socket.
Anhydride or hydrates are used in synthesis of aspirin. Aspirin drugs. Okay. Used in synthesis of aspirin, used in perfume production, they are used in pharmaceutical. Okay, so those are some of the uses in pharmaceutical industries, also in explosive devices. Used in production, in explosive devices during production process. So these are some of the uses. If you have any question, do well to drop in the comment section so that I will attend to the question. Thank you. You are welcome.